Hey guys, this is Rise, and I'm here with Moletrap bringing you a very special commentary. Let's start things off right away here. Basically, what we're doing is we did a 2 versus 2 match against a couple of fans, and we're doing the replay now in a duel with me and Moletrap. So it should be very exciting, in my opinion, considering I played in the game. We'll do a quick look at the players. SC2GG Rise, better known as myself. I'm playing with Tess Terran, which is also known as KennyCasting. That's right. So we got the 2 versus 2 commentary team. Kenny is a C+ Terran player, by the way. We're playing against White Augie, who we'll be calling Augie, and Woo Kid, who we will be calling Bakes. So Bakes is in blue, White Augie, or Augie is in purple. Kenny is in white, the Terran player, and I again am the red Protoss player. So here I am at the 3 o'clock location. This is on Hannibal. Here is Augie, the purple Terran, in I guess what we will call the 11:30 position. And then here is his partner, Bakes. That's right, Woo Kid, known as Bakes, in the 7 o'clock position. And finally, Kenny, the Terran player, at the bottom middle. So certainly be an interesting game. And Moletrap, what are your predictions on this 2 versus 2, knowing nothing about pretty much any of these players, except for me and Kenny?
That's right. I guess you kind of already know, so it'd be a little unfair for you to make your predictions. But just right off the bat, something I did notice is that the fan team, I guess you call it, has a Zerg player, and generally 2v2s you want a Zerg player because they can get quick units out, and their units can move very quickly. Especially on this map, Hannibal, there's 2 gas mines in your main base, so you don't even have to take an expansion to get a second gas as a Zerg player. So that could be very, very powerful later on in the game. Once they get a Spire up, they can make a ton of mutas and what have you. Although, at the same time, the Zerg player it can be easily shut down in that sense because only 1 gas worth of Corsairs can easily deal with 2 gas worth of Mutalisks. Well, not easily, but anyway, point being, Rise, you could theoretically make some Corsairs, and so if they try and go mass air units with the 2 gas, then you could deal with that. So maybe mass lurkers might be a better idea, especially once they figure out that Kenny is getting a lot of barracks over here, so he's going to be going for M&M rather than mech, and so the lurkers will probably do a lot better against that as well. So that's kind of what I'm seeing is probably going to end up happening. He's probably going to, if he's smart about it, going to go for lurkers. Now, a couple things to note real quick. These guys, first of all, they did want us to be critical of them. So if we are a little bit overly critical, not trying to be a jerk, they actually asked us to pick them apart a little bit. And another thing is that they actually...
and we will gladly do so.
And we will gladly do so. Yes, this is not a high-level game, so if you're expecting, high-level foreigners or something like that, then you've chosen the wrong commentary. But also, they've actually paid us a little bit of a donation in order to do this. So if they want to pay us to rag on them, sure, we'll accept that deal. And we do see a second hatchery and some gas going down for Bakes, and Augie's getting his refinery going. I'm not sure what he's going to do with that. He's got a couple of barracks putting out Marines now. No sign of an academy just yet, though. So far it looks like you guys, Rise and Kenny, you guys are a little bit more on top of your builds at this point. Although I also don't see any tech from you. Oh, wait, there's a core. So nothing happening yet, though. It's interesting. Usually in a 2v2 you want to try and do an earlier rush, but everyone seems to be playing a little timidly, so we'll be seeing a longer game perhaps.
Yeah, this is actually a best of 3, so my strategy along with Kenny was to kind of play it a little conservatively going into this first match because we didn't know what to expect from these players, and if we needed to adjust our strategy after, we could do so. So basically what I was doing was going for a very popular build in 2 versus 2, which you'll see shortly. I don't want to ruin anything quite yet. Because I know exactly what I do. Kenny, on the other hand, is quite obviously going Medic Marine over here, and we see some Zerglings out on the field for Bakes. Bakes trying to maybe put a little pressure on Kenny, maybe do some scouting, or just catch units that may be caught out in the open. At the same time, I'm going for another scout. That is kind of weird commentating myself. I'm going for another scout of the purple player to see what's going on in his base, and we see a lair morphing in for Augie. Augie using all 67 of his APM to the fullest of his ability. And going back to my base over here, we can see that we have a Stargate going up as well as a +1 weapons upgrade on my core. So Motrap might be right with his assumption of me going Sayers to try to get air dominance in this game against this one Zerg player. But we'll have to continue watching to find out.
Yeah, we'll need to see what he does with the lair, although we don't see a den yet, and his lair is almost complete. Logically speaking, if this player knew what they were doing, then that would mean that they were probably going to get a Spire immediately after their lair morphed in, but their lair is in, and there's no Spire. So perhaps we're wrong about that. And actually, Medic Marine Force from Kenny coming in here and assaulting the front door of Bakes. I have to keep remembering what his name is. And he's actually broken that line of defense, and he's completely ignoring the natural expansion, is just charging directly up the ramp. Bakes is in real big trouble here, and Augie's sending his Marine Force with a single medic to try and help out. Doesn't have Stim. Oh, never mind. Stim just finished researching, so he may be able to effect some help there once he gets there, but charging the drones into their deaths almost suicidally. So even if he gets saved, Augie is going to have absolutely nothing to work with once this is over. He's desperately trying to morph some creep colonies in the background, but I think he's pretty much just been eliminated.
He has no spawning pool, though.
Oh, man, no spawning pool. And he's down to almost one drone. That probe is going to kill off that one drone. The medic marines coming in from behind are barely going to clean up Kenny's medic marines, but he is hurting now. He is, and look at that, the medic healing the drone to fight the probe. That is epic right there. That is some epic battling going on. And now he does have he has 3 hatcheries up, and he's got some money in the bank. And with those 3 hatcheries, he is going to be able to get his economy going back up pretty quickly. But he's actually basically not going to be in the game for a while. But it doesn't matter, because Rise is going to finish him off with scouts. Yeah, baby. +1 weapon scouts for the win. That is awesome. That is completely awesome. It looks like Kenny might be because yeah, he is setting up an expansion right now. So this game is pretty much over, I'd have to say. It's funny, like you went for the scouts from the very beginning as if you knew that you would eventually be in a position to humiliate these guys, just psychically. It looks like it's going to pay off here because, yeah, I mean, look at it. He's got one group of medic marines in a tank. Definitely not going to be in a position to move out. So Kenny's going to have his expansion secured, and you're going to have your scouts going and some zealots as well. So very nicely done. Apparently, one of your zealots has a kill. What was that about? Did I miss something over there? Was there an attack?
I don't actually know. I don't remember, to be honest. I was so concentrating so much on getting these scouts out and making sure that I had enough gas to support the build. Thank God, this is actually a viable strategy because there are 2 gases in the main base, as we know. This is Hannibal again, and Hannibal is known for having that double gas, which leads to some potentially more exciting strategies as we can continue to go in here. And going back to the Zerg player, we see that spawning pool is finally back up and building and finally completed 8.5 minutes into the game. So now he's able to make some more lings to really support his friend over here. But the scouts are moving out, and I don't know where they're heading quite yet. Only a group of 5 of them, but it looks like they are heading out. Also, this red player, Rise, seems to be upgrading the scout speed upgrade, a very popular upgrade for going scouts because they all of a sudden become extremely fast. And, let's see if Mr. Red can do some harassment over here with these scouts. In the meantime, heading back over to Purple's base, we can see that he's doing a great job, looking like a broken replay over here with SEV sitting outside of his command center, kind of just hanging out by the water tank, the watering hole, the local watering hole, gossiping a little bit. And, here we go. The scouts are in. They are directly attacking one of the spore colonies, and the spore colony is having a lot of difficulty in taking it down. Doesn't actually take it down. These scouts are completely upgraded with +1 air weapons, and they're also apparently heavily upgraded in armor and shield as they finally one gets taken down. Whereas now a second spore colony, a third spore colony, and a wraith are now attacking them at the same time. Oh, we missed it. There was a drop going in the back of my base. I'm sorry, but we were focusing so much on the scouts. Not much was done. He did take out a few probes as they got locked up in the fight over here. A very good tactic while I was busy attacking with my scouts, and so I actually had a little bit of trouble defending this because he actually dropped right behind the minerals here, and it was kind of difficult with the medic marine group to take him out. But now getting some cannons up as defense, as I know that this is certainly going to be a lot more difficult going forward for him to do. And I also have speed upgrade on my zealots. And now going to Kenny's base, we see he's got 3 tanks and over a control group of marines, and it looks like he's getting siege up. Oh no, what is that? That is a covert ops. That's right. It looks like we may be seeing some nukes coming out here. And the nuclear silo is building at the expansion of his base. In the meantime, again, the scouts doing some more harassment back at the Zerg player's base, who is not able to do much of anything against nearly a control group of scouts. That once you have that many scouts, they are very effective, especially when you have no defense and 65 APM that both players actually have. They are really matching each other with APM here, blowing. This is a complete APM contest. Who can overcome the 65 APM barrier? Oh, it looks like Woo Kid Bakes goes into the red here with 59 APM, losing his expansion as the scouts tear him apart. And we're seeing a drop ship as well as a wraith and a Valk coming in to reinforce, but getting one shot by these scouts. I mean, there's not much they can do. Moltrap, is there any way for these kids to get back in this game?
Well, they could use some sort of government facility to find out where you live, and they could walk into your house and unplug your computer. But that's about all they could really possibly do. Actually, they'd have to unplug Kenny's computer more than yours, because you are almost mined out. You're going to have to get an expansion here in a minute. Kenny, however, working on his third base, has a huge group of units. And it looks like he's fended something off in his main base. I didn't see what that was. Oh, it looks like a medic marine drop. Single medic chillin' with 2 hit points in Kenny's base still, as a matter of fact. But yeah, I mean, basically this has been you versus the 2 of them for the most part. Primarily because Bakes hasn't been, Augie hasn't been doing anything most of the time. And meanwhile, Kenny's just been kind of, playing No Rush 15 and just building up a pretty big force in the background. And those scouts finally polish off the last of the spore colonies and the last of the drones. He has 81 minerals left and a single drone morphing. So if you kill that drone, he is out of the game because he will no longer be able to make any drones at all because he won't have the minerals for it, which would be kind of funny. Oh, there's the drone! Go get the drone! Go get the drone! Get it! Where's it going? Oh, it's
Actually,
go back to
I'm getting counterattacked back at my main from purple. It looks like he's mounting an assault, looking for the full counter over here. In the meantime, we see Kenny about to drop a couple of ghosts to go for that nuke that we were talking about. It looks like he's about ready to set that off. It does. It's starting, getting ready to go. At the same time, purple is attacking me, trying to get my front door, but with scouts and zealots, he's going to have a tough time. Let's get back to the nuke. No, it's not going off quite yet.
Oh, it's
more action going on back at the fight. Oh, it's dropping, it's dropping. There's nothing to defend. Oh, beautiful explosion. In the meantime, purple getting cleaned up back at the front door of my base. It looks like these kids got nothing on scouts. Scouts definitely MVP unit of this match. And looks like, wow, look at purple. Purple is actually putting up 4 starports to try to combat this insane scout build that he just can't handle at all. Tank goes down. Starports are completely found out. And this could be it, folks. Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh. I think we're seeing Starportus interrupt us here. And now Augie is going to have to face the full fury of the dual photon blasters. 8 damage plus 2 upgrades just come in. So they are now doing a full 10 damage to ground units per hit. Wow. 10 damage per hit. And unfortunately, he is moving in his Valkyries one by one. He even had
Look
2
at that
Valkyries. You need a group of Valkyries to do anything good. Yeah, J-Dog-esque Scout Micro being employed here. And the fan team does GG with only a single drone mining Only single drone mining for Bakes. He in fact actually Bakes is still in the game for some reason, despite his ally, the only one with actual units, being gone from the game now.
There's a nuclear launch detected, though, and it looks like this could be the end for Bakes. Bakes now saying K. It looks like he's ready to go to the next game and see if they got better luck over there. But, oh, finished off with the nuke, and that is GG. I hope you guys enjoyed that first. That means that the commentary team, Kenny and Rise, are up 1-0 on the poker duo. These are poker players from Vegas, actually. This is a true story, by the way, and I don't know if they want me to say that or not, but too bad. And so the poker players' bluff was called by scouts, and they were showed the river of tears as they got torn apart by nukes and scouts. So I hope you guys like my poker puns. Let's catch you in the next game. GG.